Passage 4. An Amazing Woman.
Ruth Simmons was born into a very poor family, but she grew up to become the president of a famous university. How did she do it? Hers is an amazing story. The story begins on a farm in Grapeland, Texas, in 1945, the year that Ruth was born. Her parents were farm workers, and she was the youngest of their 12 children. They could not give their children many things, and Ruth never had any toys to play with. For Christmas, she did not receive any presents at all, except a shoebox with an apple, an orange, and some nuts. However, in Grapeland, Ruth was not really aware of being poor. No one else had much either. Then the family moved into the city, to Houston, where people had more money, and being poor was much harder for Ruth. In school, other children laughed at the way she spoke and dressed. Ruth's mother kept the family together. She had no education, but she was very wise, Ruth remembers. She taught us about the real value of being a human being, what mattered and what didn't matter. Ruth's mother did not have big dreams. She just wanted to see her children grow up. This was not a simple wish. At that time, there was segregation in the United States, and life was dangerous for African Americans, especially in the South. Ruth remembers living in fear. If you looked at someone the wrong way, you could be killed. At age 5, Ruth fell in love with school. She was lucky to have some excellent teachers. No one in Ruth's family had much education, but her teachers encouraged her to go to college. They gave her money and even a coat to wear. Ruth knew that college was going to be difficult, but she was brave enough to give it a try. At first, Ruth studied theater, but what kind of career in theater could a young African American woman hope for? She says, "Remember, I grew up in the South. I couldn't even go to theaters." So she studied languages instead. Later, she married, had 2 children, began a teaching career, and became a college administrator. Soon, people began to notice her and respect her abilities. In 1995, Ruth became president of Smith College, a famous U.S. college for women. Ruth was the first African American to lead such a famous college. Suddenly, her story was on TV and in newspapers all over the country. 6 years later, she accepted another challenge. She became the president of Brown University and was the first woman in that role. Ruth believes in the power of education. She once said, "Learning can be the same for a poor farm kid like me as it is for the richest child in the country." It's all about cultivating one's mind, and anybody can do that. So it doesn't matter what color your skin is. It doesn't matter how much money your father has. It doesn't matter what kind of house you live in. Every learner can experience the same thing. As Ruth Simmons will tell you, education can change your life.